OKFM 101.7.
Okay, 101.7. So now, and next story be a bar. Me press the home come or say NPP full soldiers cry for reshuffle. A pressure group of the New Patriotic Party, the Alliance for Full Soldiers Advocacy, AFA, is appealing to President Akufo-Addo to reshuffle his ministers as a matter of urgency. The Atrians Afre Kwakuaduma Kontechi, aka Se Obama, there be our trifle pokiasi, NHK come on. Se Obama memoaje.
Ya mini ya bra penye Kwame Nkrumah kesiye.
There be Michelle, Uba Chami.
David, Uba Chami.
There be me one and your friend as a mambo bar, Pobintu, Yabagas, Mini. Brother, my God, yeah.
Name Adaroma and I'm on Fibo, Behoya Papa, Mijidi say, okayfm, Ubia, so hoye.
Ubia, who ye, again, another room. Now, what a room, Mammy and Missa, Sa pressure group here. One must say a bayan and Kaman Penny and Adam Kwakufuado. One reshuffle appointees, particularly one more MWA Juma deputy ministers, metropolitan municipal district chief executives, any CEOs, and only at the idea no said the Baya a day a vibrant beba a year a memo. What you say? The first question will be say, does it lie in the mouth of the foot soldiers to call for reshuffle?
Thank you very much. Na niedika mintia okayfm etiefo nyina na ne etoso no ensan koma Alliance for Full Soldiers Advocacy members nyina ye afa members mini ya panyin ubisa ya afafo yen asema ye kano indeed ye gitumu say the 1992 Constitution of Ghana no grant exclusive authority to the President of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to hire and fire. And no, dear, it is not in doubt. In fact, there is no ambiguity about that. We concede and we accept the fact that Constitution no man who can say or no pet no bit me a hire now a fire. Then so yakoye party members see yensu ye wo maimu nan ye yensu ye stakeholders our governance no into ye de ni aye ya ni say appeal and aye to His Excellency the President. Yes, Sreno, Yakoto Sreno. Say, Wadaruma, Mr. President, ye ba baimu afi na say yenya 6 years ewa baimu. Na nkamiya ye say, sebe amanfo ni bi wo kwa o form adwuma mu since 2017 besi neno. Omatena fa akosa up to now. And wotina fa akosa we too comfortable ewo place na. Say no, we take things for granted. Na afafo ye de yenia to form ya ye tietie ni amanfo eka efi azim eko paga efi ho ebesen eko tamale ni amanfo ni nyina ka me say Mr. President emra so se obeye nsakraye ewo wa ban mu na ude omo so mo nimdie omo so mo wo ahofama omo wo that kind of commitment, that zeal, that energy no odi omo so be ba amamu no
so Obama
boama amabu no etime wie peye.
So Obama,
yes sir.
One minimum sir president no wo monitoring units our presidency and the nisuda man nyina the mo kai mono where the president sits minimum say onim so be perform so be performing mono dia na mo ahunu be a president nhunu ye yemfa no districts enfamra
Minia say yen full soldiers no obedia to mu say yen na eba NPP mutu be die pa say yen komra up and down yen dey yes man it is some no be free you run so be free na say yen fa if a district level body be see the ministerial level but brother we live with the people down there in the various districts and we know what has been going on. Ebi wo ha uko some places this ebi wo ha ye fa no between 2017 ye fa no in 2017 as at now ono na yasan renew na yama na osan ye DCE. In most cases no those DCEs do not even relate well with party members. and then also they are members of parliament. And that is one of the reasons here. Yekwakoto Aba in 2020, NPP lost about 28 seats in parliament. Among four people, but I can tell you for certain things, say, in some of the cases, it was because of the rift between MMDCs, ENA, or MPs, as well as party members, money or more in the year, into NPP loses seats, So clearly, things are not that right down there. You see, and when we say reshuffle, we are not saying, say, Mr. President should sack everybody at once. No, and also there ain't possible. But in some cases, clearly, they tell you, and I don't want to, you see, for obvious reasons, after you said that person, mubodin, nanko yese, the obiba the 2-time crew, nanko yese, oluzune duma, onkase, afa for nama yimedi. We have prepared our own list. We have prepared our own list, and they the Flagstaff House, Jubilee House, sorry. Etu Safre and Zehu, and him fan of my identify, was convinced to say I had a yen sakaya, a bit me about the party's interest, a bit me about the government's interest and the nation's interest. Yeah, this are listen about to one more. You see, the point that we are making is that among for be if over top now ministers need deputy ministers need in fact, let me even start with some of the ministers. There are some ministers who have demonstrated right after 2020 elections more presidential ambitions, and they are pursuing that path.
But yes, still they are performing.
Come again?
Yes, still they are performing.
Performing? How? What do you measure? What is the standard of measurement of performance here? Nipano, ontimifa, neniba, tuami Sena yakano. It is not going to be possible. It's either you are for this, you are for A, or you are for B. You cannot be for A and B at the same time. What I say. And in any case, there is a video circulating on social media. And now Thanksgiving service or UPSA also for preaching here. Nesabi Kotuno. And they're just organizers of the event. Wait, I don't have to tell you now, maybe in 1954 elections, now, JB Dankwa Abankoko na Obabaye rally. Na JB Dankwa Babaye rally na brass band for Omubabe Bonyuma, Musio. Obient to me Kruma, yes, JB Kasa. Because what Fred dance our boka. In fact, let me commend the pastor who shared the sermon on Sunday very, very, very well.
Why?
Yes, because preaching the sentiment of the people down there, the grassroots of the NPP, party full soldiers, members and sympathizers, near Debia Omokan was a no ni preaching topic. Unity in Kabum. Without unity, the breaking the 8th agenda cannot materialize. And this is very elementary. A basic. As I say, without Inkambomuno, breaking the 8th, it will only amount to rhetoric and sloganeering. Yentimi TV. Yen Kabumu. And Yama be pray a course war party, but any radio soon ye become.
Papa no,
it is in the
Papa no, when you say a do baby so he went overboard. Baby, I can say, we say, you were men, where are the men near the end?
Obroni can be said, truth hurts, but eventually it heals. Oh, no credit, yeah. But I mean, you can interpret it better. Maybe the tone. Maybe the tone may be a man looking some way, but my point is that let's not focus on the messenger. Let's focus on the what?
Message.
The message, exactly. It is many opinion. May Kadia BC as say we have looked at the various sectors, the various ministers, the various deputy ministers, the metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives, as well as some CEOs of some institutions. And I mean, on performance, It is nothing good to write home about. If we have some cases in Boa, some of these appointees will not open their doors to party full soldiers. Yes, sir.
A problem be so wa wom say a growing trend. And it's full soldiers ni bi wo so a wo madwuma ne say from one office to the other. The bia was you.
That AFA, I mean, doesn't support at all. AFA, the composition of AFA members, that we are very diligent people. In fact, I'm off to school, my boy, master's degree near DO. Maybe I said, I can't be a PhD AFA members, party full soldiers. Usually, people misconstrue or misinterpret party full soldierism to mean, say, a man for be my boss, like they have not been to school or like they are right from left. That is not the case. These are people almost school maybe almost there, and they know what is good. They are intellectuals. What I say. So we will not support that kind of lazy attitude of ebimoa, ebia, or no daily ritual from one office to the other, going to beg for arms. This is not what we are advocating for. We are advocating for serious people. Will be any business be. Now, ebia ohia capital be na ohia equipment be, and they are supporting the business. No, say be a business no be ko edim no so timi erukutu amanfo kra amon motimi aye adwuma ho. Obi wo ho no ma o ko school ebia wa boni first degree wi or ye ne masters, but ebia ohia moa in terms of scholarship be na wetimi be akọ school. Obi wo ho nso a ohia adwuma okita certificate no so wetin oman mu nyina wa co institutions na enso ye mfa na adwuma mu enso be no obi a campaign 2016 campaign 2020 one party at area crowd one more agent da one more choboida na sa
but yes
baby no odazo na mo na man for real fi say o kan yesi o na mo be say ye sort NPP for nkwa na ye NDC for sabe NPP for no mo so mo ye Ghana for NDC ni nso ye Ghana ni into say what we are saying is that there should be equitable distribution of the opportunities. That is the fundamental call that we are making. There should be equitable distribution of opportunities. Open your doors to the party full soldiers now. Omo bua ma party no ba power no. Me mamu mane yes say party ni jina baby nko ena binding so jina baby nko such that the party for ni hia bibia. This obia or the kofa baby ansana wetimi in insakania ope. That is not certainly what we want. Now say so no ya threat. We cannot be the case because you see this point about we have the men. Rightly so, we have the men. That is why AFA, we have the men. Nothing. Say, nipa kakrebina yamo mwejuma since 2017. Omwan yede keep you in place. That will defeat that argument of we have the men because say any best team are you over football, the game of football. The game of football makes room for substitution because it envisages what? Fatigue. Say obibe bre. It envisages injury. Say obibe pra. It also envisages the fact that ebedu bebino obinso the performance ebeba form so that you replace you with the new energy be ebeba on board. Now team no betimi akonenim.
Baba ayi say Obama.
Yes sir.
Minim say president no. Sector ministers ebi efa municipal metropolitan district assemblies na wo nyina ehyew na se minim se ye maame fremo pare enso wo ba ministries no a agencies no a bibia ekowie na wo agencies bi ya monitor performance the activities no ne ade ma won briefing daily enom ne ade enti the wo kan anya nwanwa se bia wo munim ba said where you sit as afa no any senior wo so te e wa ban mu no enema is different from a different spectacle.
Well, impenfo bu baby say nia otwa sa no ya na onim say nachi atia omo de sabe omo ye mpanifo omo te soro ho yan so no ye wo fom ha ene ye tie amanfo na no ye hu ne ekoso omo no so mo pay information ya yen nche no ba be bisa sa information na fi o on be back down yen so de that down for no ba be bisa mo ye ne down for na na ti into 247 yen ye ti omo nka I'm telling you senior brother say In last year, just last year, 2021, December, Tama NPP, annual delegate conference, no, Kumasi. When we got there, the clamor for reshuffle was so loud. And just recently, Abeya Yatun was stadium, Nanu, about 2 weeks ago, the clamor for reshuffle was so loud. And indeed, just this Sunday, as an Tamana President Kasa, there were some people who were shouting from the stands, reshuffle, reshuffle, reshuffle. The call cannot be loud enough. The call cannot be loud enough. These are party people. They are down there and they see what is happening. And they are like, hey, let's say, Abai, Mr. President, in term of office, no, only 2 years. Is it going to be the case to say, Omwa ofa omojum omwa nomba betene mwa anase tama yakodo 2023 aka be 1 year be a year corner. That is when the reshuffle is going to take place. Of what value? Because what the Nipanaba officer, he needs some time to even study the environment and so on and so forth before he begins to operate certain things. So 2 years to the end of office, not for the president, which we are hopeful say our term of mandate will be renewed. It's important that you bring in new people on board. Also, they have something up their sleeves that they can bring on board. That breaking the 8. Breaking the 8, we have said, AFA, Alliance of Full Soldiers Advocacy, has said, and we will continue to repeat, that breaking the 8 must move beyond sloganeering. It should not be, say, break the 8, break the 8, break the 8. NPP, the idea about why you want the pan is sloganeering, and free SHS near Kantum, 1D, 1F near Kantum, and 4 more for Nanania Kantum.
But still, now, yes, slogan,
so what we are saying is that this time around, we want breaking the 8 slogan. We want it to move beyond just a slogan. We want it to move beyond just the rhetoric. We want to see it materialize. And it has not been easy. In fact, no government since 1992 has been able to do that. President Rawlings, NDC, in 2000 lost power to the NPP. Just like the NPP, Kufuor's NPP lost power to the NDC in 2008. Now we have an opportunity. And in fact, Mohammed's government also lost power to Akufuor's NPP in 2016. We have a fine opportunity to change this narrative come 2024, and we cannot afford to fail the people of Ghana. That is why we are so passionate about this. I don't think NPP, yet full soldiers, no, after 4 years, because, see, it will be disastrous on the part of NPP to lose power to NDC come 2024. And Ghanaians will never forgive us because they gave us a resounding victory in 2016. And they were telling us something, say, we trust in you, we believe in you. That is why they gave us the 53.4%. Something no political party has attained since 1992. How then do we go to 2024 elections and go and lose power to the NDC? And you think that Ghanaians will be so quick to forget and bring us to power anytime soon? My brother, no. This is why we are feeling the power that be. Come again.
San komoya minu udi ni sese ya ho aba democrat mu. Everybody na mu ye afafo.
Yo, near woman say, "Ohwe Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. Or say there is time for everything." Exactly. Afafo ya na yem pentem emuaten. Enti ye tibibi kura na ya na ye de ye ni to form ye hwe niema. We give it that benefit of the doubt with the hope say in sakraye bi beba ni ade ya hwemwa na ye hu say the die do ne die said the konto wan ka say oti hu a ye boni
eno wo ba dia tum say eye underperformance by your government na ma muhunu de muhunu.
Not at all. As for performance, when it comes to delivery, there is no match to the NPP. And indeed, in terms of our flagship no, the point is that we are saying that overall we are delivering. But there are some sectors or some areas we can do better. And you see, I say ultra our class now teacher ni natural we are terminal report watch there is more room for improvement. Say and just say we fail you.
Maybe, but also betimi akowani we betimi ayade.
That is how we are marking it. Inti yaya ade na mu ye free say ye betimi aye more. Inti so betimi aye more there. What do you need to do? And ye say o sakre mu wo de modern foforo bi ebehiem na saa opepa no yetimi san nya saa opepa no e de baso na manfo timi kom ho ye adwuma ma party no. My brother, as we speak, there are some places NPP for nankasa buafu omankasa mo diyaw e wo mu na de bia ne ameka ne say NPP ya na ye lose election so na ya na in fact anya say this for win elections but ye na ya ye lose election in the sense say ye de ade ne chom because ye members na yaw bia ye di abubu bia ye bukino na ye gan ye man on the D-Day ye nkoto aba then we allow them to go through. We do not want to see that scenario repeating itself, such that differences may as a Yaudi one month it will fester to 2024. That is why this time round, to put smiles on the face of the people, to assuage that anger, that seemingly anger in the system, you bring on board new faces, you neutralize the grounds. Almost a party phoning in the boss. I was one of the people who rooted for the retention of John Boadu in the last election. Unfortunately, it did not happen. But at the stadium grounds, when JFK won, you could see the euphoria that also came with it. That tells you, sir, after all, though you did not get your preference, not to, at least a preference has been gotten which also resonates with the party. Is fair enough. That is how you build a party. It should not always be about ye my way and nobody's way. Internet ye go to threat ye man and say baby do it there. Yes, sir. Only sacred. Only thing is you remember the era of former President Kufuor. We used to, I was speaking with a minister and he told me, he said, my brother, in those days when you were going to work, when you move from your house to your office, you can't be certain, say, you go back home in still within your portfolio as minister or deputy minister for so and so. No, anything could happen at any time. We are not saying, say, that should be the case, though. This is just a passionate appeal to His Excellency the President that it cannot be the case, say, the same people now will be enjoying power since 2017. Now, of course, for now, more party no more. For
the whole crowd here and Kawo suggestions say, Obi or one, you are no kuna party no, or both to boy, and now didn't see a boy yet. Sabia, what did be first term, second term, you cry was or that's what the whole do I mean? Bayanka, one was thinking away, young reshuffle will be so much to us. It come to binum. Ebinu sa na ade ne nyina na ye kwa direction na meeting chen ya na ya gba 70th minute akaba 20th minute ni apon
o de sa angle no ba na akoye say bibi na wo ho na amanfo bi dia ebi nso nya bi ni pa that we are
political party dia me no nyina ba ya adwen say enya asori dan ya obasom ma
I like that. In fact, my constituency chairman, or not same deal, politics work with one aketia in this role.
And I can say that's your
heaven. I've got watching one aketia. When young one aketia, no, I must forget it. Oko heaven as so I agree with you to a large extent. But you see, on the most serious note, the point is that His Excellency, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, Onyuku PSA, Esrel, where the Ayakoto Sre, and a full soldiers, NPP full soldiers, among grassroots and sympathizers of the New Patriotic Party, Yadi Tuwadim, Wadaroma Ebru, Niaye Kenyina, Nise, Nana, Sebe Oma, Yeni Yawa from her, and Yeti na nia yetieti mu a party for dodo na e kan say emra so say obeye sakraye na wetimi de afofrofo wo de new faces kakra so aba aban no mu na wetimi abeboa because send up before cano. Adwin sabi eni ba ko for dream. Minister C, deputy minister C, MMDC, Sena C, o ma yo ma femu de. Nanso, ye say bema beyebi. Na wa meye ni nyina. Nia ombetimi aye eno no mo aye no. Emra so say wo de afoforo nso bebem. Na omo nso yetimi ehu nia omo nso omo betimi aye e de aboa aban no. Na ye kika mafunu ni ye kika madampan.
Obi ti say okurai. Obi ti say okurai entinka full soldiers. Yehwemu ni yeyi wo. Nanka one of the district kura ka se ko head ya. Think be shafu furu ni nkuran.
What is your
Me no ade. Ana wo full soldier wa ko school ni made say. Etika ya one of the deputy CEOs anka na ede. And say when hunu so mpai.
What is your
Edu ba bia. Ya na onfafo bi kura busa se wadi akire saa wo de ne de ama wa atore a onwene hu da so di akire. Ya wo mon kasa.
Na no thank you. I mean we are grassroots ni pampa. Aka say mema party t-shirt no ba kwa be se na che say wa kan ye ho. But we are grassroots ni papa. Well, yeah na ni amanfo he because area utim ni ade. Udi akoni aba okoba 2 days say. Then the person I mean who changes be the person will be like now who will convince me say me come one kasa no cry and then when you free those things they are demotivation, they demotivate, but we want to even look beyond that. There any is a me nya no bi nya kra na at least full soldiers ni bia na enya full soldiers ni omu hia se na medical kai ni omu hia ni eduma ni omu hia ni scholarship ni omu hia ni startup capital ni omu hia ni se penifo no will treat them with respect and open their doors to them. These are the basic things. Full soldiers will not require much because full soldiers will be in capacity, will be in level. Say, or you okay, what has ya, and now so you good, what has it, and I'll donate to us and no lobby for we are.
Me shadi bi. Me shadi bi.
Okay.
Idea me any say. Full soldiers no. Enka mo ban yi betimi ahwe wo mu in a certain category. You will be wa ocean yi. Say woman ocean car ba ko wonim o de beye wuba one party no proper case one fa ne kon si ho o de kon be si ho ye obi wo wa e bi a startup capital bi a wo hia ai se ne wo de ne be ko maslok for ya bono bo sia na wo tuatua nkakra kra wonya bi a be se 5000 wo wie kura na se a wote no campaign a obeye no obi entumi nya bi.
I tell you, in fact, assembly nyina na wabɔ no tofa no.
Ye wo obi o wa me pa cha won school no wan kobi. Wo hia hwe.
Tabi.
Won ka say woman contractor won timi nye woni bi.
Wonim process no crowd the best.
Wonim process no. Obi o wa me pa cha o pa abobo ya o. Abobo ya no, wo de o person o de free no. Won ka say fa che no. But on hunu avenue no nko.
Yes.
Ena nipa no a kane na oye campaign a obefa ne kodi na chire no. Ene wakɔ ne hɔ a wɔse mo sɔre a mo page na mo ba mo. Me wa wo kɔ campaign no so wo betwe me kɔe. Nti do bi a emu so oya de ene ene.
So in fact asem na wabɔ no tofa no because I mean omo wo sebe nkrase no ho a hɔ no. So ja no onya contract di wo baby there onya scholarship be no dey school ni Chatawale be say I know my level onim ni level into no kebi no pedi ase na djuma mu and ultimi boasa ni
obi o wa asase wo wa asase wo so person obi aburufu party ni de owom enti wo so wo pe avenue bi kran ko betimi asose bosia bi without interest 2000.
Absolutely. Yeah. And ultimi boa sa nipa na oye it becomes an example within the community or an catchment area or one. So people will now look at it and say, oh, then this party, when you join this party, at least there is an opportunity for you to also benefit this way or that way.
But the American someone say, Okunkong, JFK, Justin Kodria, the new General Secretary, why Obi Autia Sempa, we a can agenda, more seeking audience with him. In
fact, I didn't want to even preempt that, but we have a planner very soon, maybe by next week. We'll be paying courtesy calls on all the elected national executives to formally congratulate them and then also discuss some of these issues of mutual benefit. And I know, in fact, Kodia is a good friend of mine. Okay. So I didn't campaign for him, but he knows my position on some of these matters. And he appreciates them because, I mean, from where he sits or where he used to sit as the YEA boss, he was dealing with most of the food soldiers on some of these issues. Okay. So we can only hope and believe that national executives now on board. They are going to put their wheels to the shoulder. Because I have said, and I'll repeat it on this esteemed network, say, becoming a national executive of the New Patriotic Party is meaningless unless it is linked to the total victory of the NPP come 2024 elections. Anything apart from that, Wakelu Carrier. Wakelu Carrier. All the national executives must have this at the back of their minds. And I think that they do have that at the back of their minds. Say, if they are not able to help the full soldiers and then bridge that gap, that widening gap between the party hierarchy and the government, and now the party's base and the government, now breaking the eight will be difficult. And when the breaking the eight becomes difficult, it is they who are going to bear the brunt of the food soldiers or the grassroots. So I can only hope and pray for them. After they will wish them well. In fact, baby, the differences are too today. We are all going to rally our support behind them. All the national executives, all the regional executives, constituency executives. After we the leadership, we have admonished our members, and our members run in the thousands. We have told everybody that the elections are over, and like we always say, after elections there must be cooperation. Once we expect everybody to come on board and support our executives to deliver, because when they deliver, it comes in our own interest. We are beneficiaries of their delivery. My senior brother, I thank you so much for this clarion call, and we take it in good faith. We are going to head towards that direction as well. But finally, we want to appeal to His Excellency President Akufo-Addo once again to, as a matter of urgency and as a matter of priority, yes, it is an appeal, it's a passionate appeal that we are making to him to consider reshuffling his government, bring on board new faces, the people, those with the wherewithal, those who have the competence, those who have the vibrancy, the energy, those who have shown commitment, selflessness, dedication, the people who can do the job, on board, the men and women that we doubt ourselves with, now election 2024, Obiang say yes, this is a formidable force to reckon with. That is all we are asking. Alliance for Food Soldiers Advocacy, AFA.
Now, my Musa question back where it's outside the box. Okay. Now, can say campaign for Yura John Buedu.
Yeah.
What caused the loss?
You see, well, a higher crime, so I wouldn't want to go into it. Maybe we can discuss that later.
That is a nice.
That's very bravo.
Bye.
Bye.
Yo, Kwaku Adumaku Techi, aka Obama. Pokuya Sina, Yeneno Atwetwe and come. Okay, 101.7.
OKFM 101.7.